Hi, and welcome to the Retirement Stretch with Austin Fetch. I did just complete a video on RMD timing, the age that you must attain before the IRS starts forcing some money out of those plans to you so they can tax it. Mind you, they don't actually force it out. It is still your responsibility to get that taken care of. Few and far between are the plans that actually force it out to you. But today we're just talking about some of the RMD quirks because there's little tiny things that you may or may not be aware of. It's not so black and white. Of course, the IRS always likes to make things complicated. So let's talk about it. Number one, your current employer, if you are still working, when you are RMD age and you are contributing to that plan, or at least able to participate in that plan, you do not have to take an RMD from that particular plan. Now, if you have other RMDs or IRAs, other plans that you have from prior employers or whatnot, those you still have to take an RMD on, but not from your current one. God bless you if you're still working at that age. Number two, Roth 401ks and Roth IRAs. They are two different animals. So real quickly, Roth IRAs have never had an RMD requirement. So you do not have to take any amount out of a Roth IRA at any given time. Why? Because you've already paid tax, as much tax as you're going to on those dollars. As long as you follow their rules, you have to have the money in there for at least 5 years, and you're over 59 and a half when you take the earnings out. All that growth is tax-free because you put it in there after you already paid tax. So no RMD requirement on the Roth IRA. The Roth 401k used to have an RMD requirement. So if you had money that you contributed to your employer's plan as Roth dollars, okay, those particular dollars, not all the pre-tax dollars, because typically employers will match pre-tax. They will contribute pre-tax dollars into the same plan, so you have a little bit of both in those plans. But the Roth 401k dollars in particular, starting next year, no longer have an RMD requirement. And that's to match the Roth IRA rules, because those don't have it either. So that actually starts next year. So this year, if you have Roth 401k and you are subject to RMDs, you still have to take that. But next year, you don't have to anymore. That was one of the more recent laws that was passed. One neat little thing about IRAs that you don't get with most employer plans is that if you have multiple 401k plans through multiple employers you've had over the years, you have an RMD amount from that particular plan that has to come out of that particular account. Now, if you have multiple IRAs, traditional IRAs, rollover IRAs, you have an RMD requirement for all those accounts, and it's a total, okay? You can take it from this IRA or that IRA, spread it over, however many IRAs you want, but you can pick and choose where you take those RMDs from, that amount. As long as it adds up to the right amount, you're fine with it. Whereas the employer plans, it's that particular amount from that particular plan. So you got to be careful on that one if you do maintain an employer plan. Because the penalty for not taking your RMD, it used to be 50%. They've dropped it down to 25% now, 25% of the value you were supposed to take. So if you were supposed to take $10,000 out of your account last year, your penalty is $2,500, and you still got to pay taxes on that full $10,000. So it gets really brutal, especially if you miss more than 1 year. It can really stack up quick. We've got stories around that one. They do have another provision they just passed and put in this new law that says, hey, if you correct it, if you take that RMD out, report it, and correct it quickly, and we finally got clarification on what that means, within 2 years of the accident happening, they'll lower your penalty to 10%. And this has always been around, but you can write the IRS a letter explaining why you missed it, and if it's for what they consider good cause, it's their definition. So, but we've seen some different cases where you can write the letter to them asking for forgiveness, and they may actually waive the penalty for you. Doesn't guarantee anything, but it may be an option if that was something that happened to you. So those are a few different little quirks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. We'll see you next time.